Tales of Empire, a short story collection. Empires have been a fact of life for many thousands of years, in all corners of the globe. Some have lasted a mere generation, others for a millennia. Some have defenders that cite advancements and security, but detractors rail at the imposition of one culture upon defeated societies for no greater reason than conquest. In this volume we put together stories from a wide range of classic authors, including Rudyard Kipling, Joseph Conrad, Talbot Mundy, Letitia Elizabeth Landon, H Rider Haggard, and many others, to view the British Empire both from the inside as subjects and from the outside as writers through engrossing narratives. These literary leviathans could observe, sample, question, and report as part of an empire upon which the sun never set, and whose morals were sometimes good but often bad, as it bestrode the world as imperial policeman and bully-in-chief, grabbing the profits of others as it imposed a Pax Britannica that was in reality only of real benefit to the elite at home. Times may have changed, yet these stories offer a fascinating insight into the world as it was.
The Man Who Would Be King by Rudyard Kipling. Read by Richard Mitchley. Brother to a prince and fellow to a beggar, if he be found worthy. The law, as quoted, lays down a fair conduct of life, and one not easy to follow. I have been fellow to a beggar again and again, under circumstances which prevented either of us finding out whether the other was worthy. I have still to be brother to a prince, though I once came near to kinship with what might have been a veritable king, and was promised the reversion of a kingdom, army, law court, revenue, and policy all complete. But today I greatly fear that my king is dead, but by intermediate, which is very awful indeed. There are no cushions in the intermediate class, and the population are either intermediate, which is Eurasian, or native, which for a long night journey is nasty, or loafer, which is amusing, though intoxicated. Intermediates do not buy from refreshment rooms. They carry their food in bundles and pots, and buy sweets from the native sweetmeat sellers, and drink the roadside water. That is why in the hot weather intermediates are taken out of the carriages dead, and in all weathers are most properly looked down upon. My particular intermediate happened to be empty till I reached Nazirabad, when a big black-browed gentleman in shirt-sleeves entered, and following the custom of intermediates, passed the time of day. He was a wanderer and a vagabond like myself, but with an educated taste for whisky. He told tales of things he had seen and done, of out-of-the-way corners of the empire into which he had penetrated, and of adventures in which he risked his life for a few days' food. If India was filled with men like you and me, not knowing more than the crows where they get their next day's rations, it isn't 70 millions of revenue the land would be paying, it's 700 millions, said he. And as I looked at his mouth and chin, I was disposed to agree with him. We talked politics, the politics of loaferdom, that sees things from the underside where the lath and plaster is not smoothed off. And we talked postal arrangements, because my friend wanted to send a telegram back from the next station to Ajmer, the turning-off place from the Bombay to the Mao line as you travel westward. My friend had no money beyond 8 annas, which he wanted for dinner, and I had no money at all, owing to the hitch in the budget before mentioned. Further, I was going into a wilderness where, though I should resume touch with the Treasury, there were no telegraph offices. I was therefore unable to help him in any way. "We might threaten the station master and make him send a wire on tick," said my friend. "But that'd mean inquiries for you and for me, and I've got my hands full these days. Did you say you're travelling back along this line within any days?" "Within 10, I said. "Can't you make it 8? Said he. "Mine is rather urgent business." "I can send your telegram within 10 days, if that will serve you," I said. "I couldn't trust the wire to fetch him now I think of it. It's this way. He leaves Delhi on the 23rd for Bombay. That means he'll be running through Ajmer about the night of the 23rd.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?